This is Year of Raging Winds, an actual play RPG podcast about a makeshift crew seeking adventure and profit on the high seas. I'm Caleb, your host and game master, and you're about to listen to episode 3 of the show. Today we have our full cast for the first time. Connor, Jared, Josh, Trevor, and Adam were all able to join us. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the game and hear our characters' beliefs, instincts, and traits in the Year of Raging Winds.
Hello, we're here with Year of Raging Winds. It's the Burning Wheel. Adam, your character has appeared a few times so far, just kind of pretending to be a random sailor and failing horribly. So that's been amusing so far. Let's actually just go ahead and go through and do beliefs and instincts real quick, and just go ahead and get started here. Jared, what's your character about?
All about the money, you know?
All about that 7 resources.
Okay, beliefs. If I don't handle it personally, it won't get done. Therefore, I will stop everyone else from ruining this venture.
I have a feeling Adam might be a part of that ruining.
Even though my wife is crazy, I still love her. I'll prevent her from getting herself into trouble. Since everyone is lower than me, it's my responsibility to take care of the lesser. So I will take care of Podino, who is Connor. Rulership is my natural and ordained task. Therefore, I'll make sure everything goes to plan.
What's really actually interesting about that third belief is that because of the way it's worded, it can also mean, like, killing Podino. Take care of Podino. And that would be a legitimate, add-on to the first part, because since everyone is lower than me, it's our responsibility to take care of the lesser. And if you find out Podino is trying to kill people, then you're like, I'll take care of him so that people don't get killed.
My instincts are always solve my problems with money, always take the leadership position. I am always superior to those around me.
Mm-hmm.
And my character traits are your lordship, light blonde hair, determined, mercantile, mark of privilege, and noblesse oblige.
Very nice. All right, Mr. John Close.
Hey,
Beliefs.
I want to make the best of my new situation, so I will try to make friends with the crew. I have been unhappy, and I don't want others to feel that way. Therefore, I will cheer up others with my wonderful stories.
Of course you will.
My brother got me this job as a cook, so I'll be the best flaming cook that I can be. Instincts, always look for the best in a situation. Always have a good story. If there's drinking to be done, I'll be part of it.
Don't worry, I'll make sure that happens in this session.
Character traits: drunk, maggot connoisseur, mercantile, light blonde hair, determined, crippled, unlucky,
yes,
charismatic.
Adam, Mr. Iris, what are your beliefs and instincts, my friend?
All right. I want to protect the princess. I want freedom to do what I want. I will avoid detection by pretending to be a sailor. And I want to prove that I'm a hero by stopping the assassin. I want a fairy tale where I save the day and I'm a hero. And everyone is like, wow, he's a hero. And I'm actually the prince. Whoa, no way. That's crazy. I didn't know our prince was so great. And no, it's for the people.
Yep. It's going to be great when you epically fail and die.
Exactly.
Looks like your only instinct is always know where the princess is. So if you feel like there's any other instincts you want to add to that at any point during the game, feel free to do so. Yep, that's fine. Traits?
Appreciation for beauty, your grace, born to be king, light blonde hair, determined, and mercantile. Die traits are mark of privilege and rapier wit.
Sweet. Also like to point out that Iris has a super high quality sword that he stole from his father, and he does not know how to use it. Lugging around this big fancy sword, and he doesn't know what the heck he's doing with it. It's pretty great.
Just use the pointy bit.
That's a good thing to do on a ship full of mercenaries.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
And ex-smugglers.
Yep. Mr. Rossos. Mr. Cadmail Rossos. What are your beliefs and instincts?
Hello. Cadmail wants to make sure that the venture succeeds. I will start by bringing us to the Smuggler's Cove. I want to build a positive reputation. I will start by gaining the respect of the crew. I want to help these royals, but it can't interfere with the mission. So I will find someone that I can trust to put my confidence in. Instincts. I always assume that people think the worst of me as a dragon blood.
Yep.
Yes. Always trust the numbers and never let people know about my literacy. Traits. Paranoid, and then I have cultural ones. Exotic, honorable, and primitive. And I have sea legs and quiet as call-on traits.
Sweet. You also have a lemur.
Yes, I do.
All right, so let's just go ahead and get started here. The first thing that's going on is we're going to have a meeting. So Iris and Podino are skulking around the ship somewhere. But we're just going to go ahead and skip ahead to the meeting that Cadmail has called between Jontos, Avion, and Talia, Avion's wife. I think that the scene just opens with all of you sitting around the table in Cadmail's quarters. So, Cadmail, what would you like to say to the gathered people you've brought?
Well, welcome first to my quarters. I guess I'd pass around that bottle of wine, that I had.
And I'm sure Jontos is eager to have some of that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, guess he would introduce everyone if they don't know. And then there's something important that I've called you all here for today. Wait, is the princess still? She's probably still in my closet.
Yep.
Yep. We have a very special visitor.
Actually, real quick, before you go any further, what have you been doing between the time you talked to Jontos and this meeting? For this evening now?
I was probably looking for other possible hiding spots.
Okay.
For the princess.
All right, that works. All right, continue. I just wanted information on what you've been doing.
All right. Anyway, we have a very special visitor on board. Who was unannounced until the day before we left. May I welcome Princess, what's her name?
Sasuo.
Princess Sasuo. And the closet door opens and
she's not there.
What?
Yeah, she's not there.
I think I would have checked before we had everyone over, though.
Would you have, though?
Yeah.
Okay, well, she wasn't there when you checked then.
Oh, okay. Then, all right.
Retroactive continuity.
Yeah, so none of this happened.
Then he would have been significantly more nervous when everyone walked in.
Yes.
Okay.
So he checked, and then she wasn't there, and then Avion walked in right at that time.
He's like, "Here she is." Kind of opens the door slowly. He's like, "Yeah."
Okay, that. So what do you actually say, Cadmail? So everybody comes in.
Scratch that. Comes in. Yeah. Probably already finished half the bottle of wine himself. And,
nice.
Daughter's a bit. I think we have a problem on board.
We've been out but 2 days.
We had an unexpected visitor, and now I can't find her. You happen to know the princess? What's her name?
Sasuo.
I can't even remember. Sasuo, the princess Sasuo. At least that's what she said her name was.
There's the princess on board.
Yeah, anyone who knows
has had luck to bring many women on board, particularly not weapons or sea-trained women. But I'm judging you, by the way.
anyone who has noble wise or a relevant skill like that can. So, I mean, I guess really only Avion in this situation right now could roll to see if you recognize that name.
What do I roll?
Noble wise.
I don't know if I actually have that. I don't. Can I roll bureaucracy?
Doesn't he have noble relationships though and stuff?
He does. So he could. Yeah, you could make a circles roll to see if you know her. It would be Ob 3 circles roll. No, Ob 2.
Well,
yes. So you succeeded. So mark routine test there. Yeah. So you do know who she is. She is a foreign princess, the daughter of a very important nobleman on the Tehko. And so she was in the city she's been in the city for the last month or so with her brother, who is also like a prominent businessman and has really trade relations with the country. And so they were in town, and you do know that there was some sort of plot to kill the princess. That's some rumor flooding around about that, at least. Like, you don't know for sure if that was a thing, but there's definitely a lot of rumors of like, oh, someone's trying to kill the princess. And so she's been like sequestered in like one building, like her whole stay, or at least that's as everybody's been told. And so you definitely recognize that name. So yeah. So how do you respond to Cadmiel telling you that we had that princess aboard?
So what made you think it was a good idea smuggling a princess on board?
It was last minute, just as we were pushing off.
They offer you lots of money, or
did they?
I don't remember. Did you, Iris?
Yeah, I would have paid him.
Okay. So he gave you some. So yeah, you can go ahead and add 1 dice of cash to your character sheet, Trevor, if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so he gave you a purse full of coins.
Yes, he paid.
And you already got the money, so it doesn't matter if we lost her.
If I find out.
Yeah, Talia slaps you, Avion. She just like hits your arm like, what are you?
I mean, we should do everything in our power to still find her.
She was in my quarters, and now she's gone.
Why was there a princess in your quarters?
I had nowhere else to put her. That was what I was doing today. Actually, what I came to see you about, Jontos. You have ample room in
my quarters, if that's what you're suggesting.
I have even smaller quarters than you.
No, I mean, really though, I don't even have my own quarters. You should see it. All the rest of the sailors just sleep on deck too. You haven't been down there. You don't want to hide a princess down there.
No, I mean, in the kitchen, in the larder, there's ample space in there, and you keep a good eye on the supply room.
I think I can do that for you. In fact, I really think I can do that for you.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, love triangle. I can see it already.
John.
And Talia slaps you again. No, she definitely notices. There's no getting around that.
Anyway, but first order of business, I think we have a princess to find.
Hey, that we do.
And then, yeah, we cut there, and we come away to, what is Iris doing, Adam?
Okay, I want to know, do I determine whether or not she's with me or not?
Okay, so this is what she's done. She snuck out to try to find you and be with you. So what are you doing when she finds you?
Really?
Oh, yeah. This is actually what happened. I literally have, like, 3 beliefs and 1 instinct all tailored to this fact.
I'm probably just kind of, like, daydreaming, probably just sitting there on the ship, like, oh, like thinking about adventures, like, oh, what could I do? Like, kind of like,
yeah,
or like pretending like fighting with my dad's sword, and then like somebody comes and like would walk by, and I'd hide the sword and be like,
and it's so obvious that you had just been playing with a sword.
Like I was like,
you like stick it in a barrel.
No, it's you, and I'm just kind of like, I think no one knows.
That's so funny. Yeah, so I think what happens is like, you see out of the corner of your eye, like she's in like the archway. So there's like this, they have the sub deck, right? And so you have the main deck, and then you have this upper platform there with the steering wheel and all that stuff. There's a door that goes into like there's various like Cadmiel's quarters are back there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she appears, like she opens the door a crack, and she like
Real subtle.
So, what are you doing? I can't be seen with you. If they find out who I am, they'll send me back.
Don't say anything else. Just come with me.
Okay.
And she smiles and like opens the door a crack for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I go over there.
Okay, so yeah, like she basically leads you into like there's like I think this is actually the captain's quarters.
Ooh.
But the captain's on deck right now. And so she leads you in there and like, shuts the door, locks it. And she like throws her arms around you and like kisses you.
I'm not gonna let anything happen to you.
I know. And she like blushes and she's like, I've been working on this. And she like hands you this like piece of parchment. And it's like a poem.
Okay. Like, it's beautiful.
It's like, I'm sorry, it probably looks really bad. I was in a dark closet. It was kind of hard to see.
No, it's wonderful. And then I put it on, like, underneath a cloak or something.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I will always remember you.
And she kisses you again.
Like, no. I would say, like, tell her to go back before someone sees you out here with me.
And she says, I can't again. I can't be parted with you. It was too unbearable.
And perhaps I should reveal myself. Because I don't really have another option. Like, oh,
I mean, like, you could
either. You guys want to die.
keep in mind, Iris, you have a 6 in persuasion.
Oh yeah, that is true.
He has a 6 in persuasion.
I found out persuasion is a really good thing, so I just boosted that.
He's not good at any other skill, but he can persuade well.
And then okay, where are they? Are they below deck?
They're basically like 2 rooms over from you.
Can I like go over there with her?
Yeah, well, she's like pulling you back. She's like, no, let's stay here a little bit longer.
Perhaps I can wait a little bit longer. She's persuading me. She taught me persuasion. So I'm just gonna talk to her because we'll just have a conversation because I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait till everyone's like done having or like everyone comes out or whatever. I'm not gonna
Netflix and chill.
Poetry and chill.
Josh, you have a peg leg, right?
No, I have a very gimpy leg.
Gimpy.
It doesn't bend.
Your leg can do image processing.
Yes, and it's open source too.
Nice.
That sounds like it's prone to infection.
Actually, no, because
open source.
Since everyone can look at it, there's very little chance that any real infection could occur. Because they'd catch it long before it becomes a problem.
What were you saying, Connor? You're so muted.
He can't kill the princess when he's muted. We don't know what he's doing.
You should roll up persuasion check and then fork in your foreign language skill, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god!
You like French?
Exactly. Oh dear.
I don't think I'd have to persuade her.
Oh, I thought you were saying he's never flirted with a girl before, and therefore it was foreign to him.
No, that would also work.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so you guys just like kiss and talk and read poetry.
Much more than the kissing part. Like you have like a connection. Not it's more than the physical. It's like the mental. She's very smart. I'm not.
I mean, to be honest, given what she just did, she's probably not very smart.
Not as smart as she could be.
She's just love-stricken.
Well, she's in love with me, so she's not very smart. So,
well, fair enough.
I'm sorry I got you into this mess. Just didn't trust your father's men. Bunch of lazy bums.
She's like, but you're braver. You're stronger than they are.
I don't know how to fight. If anything, I could give my life trying to save you.
Have you revealed that to her before, that you don't know how to fight?
I probably would have told her, like, oh, yeah, I know how to fight. I'm just kind of like...
So did you actually just say that to her?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
no.
I was about to say, because then she'd probably be considerably more worried.
She's like, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
Yeah. Podino, what are you up to?
Yeah, what happened last? I don't remember. That's all. I'm trying to figure that out.
Right, okay, so you were like looking around, trying to find the position where the princess was. You didn't find her because she was in Cadmiel's quarters.
Okay.
And then we spent the afternoon, and we kind of skipped forward after Cadmail talked to Jontos and tried to get him to set up the meeting with all the people.
Okay.
And before Cadmail came back to his quarters to check on the princess, she snuck out and found Ares, and then they're now in the captain's quarters, locked up in there, kissing and talking to each other, reading poetry.
Okay.
We weren't kissing.
Being gross. And
We were not kissing. It was one time.
And so basically, yeah,
Nice.
you have the whole afternoon, to try to find stuff and whatnot. So what are you doing?
I kind of want to say that I'm just looking for her again, but I feel like I could be doing something else. I just don't know what.
Okay, well, let's just say you're looking for her.
Should I just roll again?
Yeah, just go ahead and make another roll because the situation has changed. Is that observation? Yeah, it was observation that we did. Okay. Go ahead. It's an ob 2. Yeah, so you failed. So yeah, you're just looking around. You don't find anything. All right, Cadmail, Jontos, Avion. Would you like to make an observation roll?
Well, obviously.
Find them.
Of course. Like an untrained roll.
I think Cadmail has observation, correct?
Yes, I do. I have pretty good observation.
All right, so he can roll his observation. If you guys have skills that can help, then you can add a dice to his roll.
I have seamanship and sea wise, so either one would probably help.
If you had seaman wise or ship wise, yeah, sea wise is literally the sea.
Of course.
I know exactly what you're laughing about. You both are children.
I didn't laugh until Trevor turned
Of course, that's always how it works.
Okay. Well,
Trevor, you're embedded.
I mean, you just keep repeating it.
I know.
And then...
I am hunting.
Oh, Trevor.
Yeah, you could help with hunting, definitely. So you can make your observation roll with one helping dice, Cadmail.
Okay. So, looking for the princess.
The ob's only going to be 2, though, so...
If we're accounting, as far as I know where the hiding spots on the ship, as far as where everything's stored.
No, because the accounting skill itself doesn't help. I will give you just a plain advantage dice for knowing the ship. You're basically going to succeed on this no matter what.
Well, we can never be sure. I've been rolling poorly this game. See, look.
Wow. Wow, that's insane.
You can never be too sure. The numbers.
Wow. Always trust the numbers, Trevor. Okay, so
You really succeeded.
how are you looking? Are you all looking together? You split up?
I mean, I'm definitely with my wife.
Wait, you have a wife?
Yeah.
We probably split up for greatest distance, but ultimately are convening in one spot to share info and stuff.
All right, so let's just say Jontos and Cadmail are going one place and Avion and Celire are another place. I'm going to say that it's Jontos and Cadmail. They're walking by the captain's quarter. They're just about to get it around the corner, and then they hear... What do they hear, Iris, from that room? I'm giving you the option.
We are a bunch of children. We are all
No.
children.
Is it you saying something? Is it her saying something? Is it you guys passionately kissing?
No!
Are you loudly proclaiming your love?
I love you! Oh, I shouldn't have said that. How about all my gold coins fell on the floor?
Why did you
a bag full of gold kind of fell off my belt and just kind of hit the ground.
Oh, okay.
Why were you taking your belt off?
Yeah.
It untied. Not my belt did not come off.
Okay.
This is not that kind of relationship.
Bad influences.
Okay, so
Everyone
I think what
watching.
happens is I don't think we as the audience see what happened in the room, but we hear the coins clink to the ground.
Thankfully.
We hear the coins clink to the ground, and then Cadmail and Jontos, you go over and you do you try the door?
That's up to him. I can't go in there on my own.
Cadmail?
It's the captain's quarters.
Captain's quarters, yep.
Well, I'd probably knock first.
Okay. That's good. I mean, it is actually locked. They locked it behind them, so you wouldn't have been able to just barge in unless you broke down the door. But yeah, Iris or
Okay.
Sasua, Sasua's gonna acquiesce to you in this situation. What are you gonna say? Iris.
Sasua.
Oh, what do I say?
Yeah.
Did he
You heard a
Like,
knock
say
on the door.
Oh, a knock at the door? I probably wouldn't say anything because if I said something, it'd be like, come in. Wait, hold on. What?
So you don't hear anything.
I like pull out my sword. Or no. I don't pull my sword because I'm not like. But I like.
Probably whisper under the door, like.
Well, I'm like they're gonna get in, so can I just unlock the door and be like, and just kind of like walk out, like really, just kind of like proud. It's kind of like I'm not afraid. Like kind of walk in, just be like stare them down. Kind of like I found her.
So all right, so you unlock the door,
but I want to walk like past them out into like so everyone can see me.
And you have Susuo with you, like.
Yeah, she's like right behind,
like right behind you.
Like,
okay,
I'm like leading her. Yeah.
Okay, so you the door unlocks, Cadmail. It opens. You see Iris and Susuo, and he just walks out. What do you do when you see that it's Cadmail? You just keep walking?
Yeah, no, I don't even look at him. I just walk right past him. I'm going to a spot on the deck.
What are you doing?
So good.
Princess. Where have you guys been?
And I think she doesn't answer you.
Run off like that.
Yeah, she doesn't answer you. She just kind of like looks down on the ground and blushes. And Iris is like tying up his belt again.
I'm not tying up my belt. My belt did not fall off.
Like, you two need to get back to my quarters right now.
I just kind of like walk past it on the front deck and then I stop. I'm like I'm about to say something.
At this point, Jantos has seen something, and he's just going to sort of try to fade into the wall.
Yeah, so Cadmail is telling you to get back into the quarters, Iris.
Jantos,
what?
This doesn't remind you of a story, Jantos.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, no.
Cadmail is telling you to like get back to the quarters. Are you just going to keep going?
I'll like turn around. I have something to say.
Okay.
All the angsty young adultness. I love it.
Can you tell me back at my quarters? We need to get the princess to a safe location.
In a minute.
This is not how you protect the princess from assassination.
Okay, fine. I'll tell her to go back. Just to do as he says. Just trust me. I tell her that, and then to go with Cadmail.
Okay, yeah, and I feel like if Cadmail's here, you don't need to make a persuasion roll to do this. She's just going to do it. Yeah, like she just kind of like lowers her eyes. She's like, "All right," and she looks at you, Cadmail, and she says, "I'm sorry, I didn't." And then she just like walks towards your.
Yeah, kind of look at Cadmail, just kind of like, "Hey, I paid you." Kind of like, go easy on her.
He just sighs and looks at the floor.
So what do you do after that, Iris?
I put my cloak over my sword and walk back out there. Like nothing happened. Like
I just love you just carrying this giant bundle, and all the sailors just giving you a look like.
I feel like I'm gonna get in a fight sometime.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna pull out my sword and be like,
"Oh, it's definitely gonna happen."
Now that you've suggested it,
I'm just gonna
surprising how well the suggestion works.
I'm just gonna get like super bullied and then just beat up.
Ares' lights on.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely like lights on. It's from a book. Yeah, so I think what happens is, I think we just cut. The only thing that's going to happen next is you're going to try to sneak her into the pantry, right? Like that's all that's going to happen?
Yes, if Jantos is okay with it. I don't know.
It sounded like he was, right?
The meeting and stuff, yeah.
Well, I was prior to catching the two of those.
Does Evian have any
two in the captain's
input here on the how to handle the princess?
So yeah, we cut back to you're back in your quarters. Susuo is there. Evian, Talaya, Jantos, and Cadmail and Susuo. So you said you asked Evian for his advice on this?
Yes. Well, yeah. Just like if he has any input on
Evian.
Well, probably
sound like I'm
trying to get some,
like hormonal right now.
Some money off of her. You know, when she gets to her people. I mean, I assume that's what you're doing, right?
Yeah, it probably would have been an upfront. Here, let me on the ship, and then promise more later. I'm assuming, right?
That's what it was. And basically, the destination is Lucerta. A lot of the assassination plot stuff was coming from Tehko people, and so she doesn't want to just go back to her homeland because she's probably going to get killed there too. And so, yeah, you're taking it to Lucerta, and there is a Tehko embassy there with allies, friends of her father's, that should be able to take her in, and that you should get more compensation after that.
Okay.
Marshing, get as much out of the Lucertans as you can.
Yeah, so if there's no other discussion, Jantos, if you agreed, then I'm assuming you would just transfer Susuo to the...
I don't know that I have much of a choice at this point. I'm not super comfortable with the idea anymore, but...
I'm sure we'll do a small split of the earnings.
Oh,
Top of it.
that changes it a little bit then.
Okay, cool. Okay, real quick, I just remembered, Jontos, go make another cooking roll for how well the dinner went.
Hey,
Because
I'll
this
do
was
that.
technically supposed to happen before the meeting, so.
I get a +1
Can't
on
forget
this particular
second
cooking roll
breakfast.
because I went and asked the crew what they are looking for in food.
Ah.
And I'm just looking to make a basic meal that will hopefully not make people angry.
Or die.
Okay, I mean, let's make that an of 1 because those expectations are lowered from last time, right? So before it was make a meal that everyone loved, and this is make a meal that does not make anyone angry. So of 1 there. Let's see if you succeed on this one.
I'd bet.
Oh!
Oh,
This is literally the
Wow.
best.
Oh no! Oh no!
So,
Darn.
I think what happens is there's a lot of maggots.
But Josh is a maggot connoisseur.
Have you not tried them?
Yeah, but again, like, he thinks they're
Yeah,
probably fine, but, like,
Maybe eat a forkful of them before you complain.
what exactly are you making?
Probably some form of stew again,
Yeah.
as that's
I think the reason why it's maggoted is because, I mean, you got a 0 on a of 1 test, and I'm going to make this very bad. And I think what happened is, like, a combination of, like, someone brought aboard meat that wasn't good. And just happened to get that meat. You didn't really pay attention to what exactly it was, because you were distracted. You're so nervous about making this a good meal.
that, and there's now a princess in my closet.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that would usually contribute to something like that.
And so, yeah, you put in this meat, and it's rotten. And so the entire crew is very angry right now. So I think what you get is one of the mercenaries, not Gen, but one of the other mercenaries, he comes up to you and he gets in your face and he's like, "What in the name of the abyss is wrong with you, cook?" And he, like, holds out his stew and there's, like, a little maggot, like swimming in it. Is this your idea of a joke?
It's edible.
And I think what he does is he just throws it in your face, this hot stew.
I'm going to try to dodge the soup.
Yeah, so you dodge out of the way. He throws his soup towards your face. You dodge out of the way. Soup's it goes across the deck.
I was gonna say I'll try it, because I wanted to prove that I'm like a sailor. Yeah, I'm tough. I'll try it. I would assume I have to roll a steel test to be because it's probably disgusting.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I think what happens, Iris, you come over, right? You come over and you're like, "Oh no, it's not that bad," and you take a bowl of it and make a steel test to see if you can eat it without throwing.
Is this the captain? Is this the captain that's talking to Juntos?
This is a random mercenary.
Where's the captain right
on the
now?
White Cross? He's off to the side. He's looking. He's grimacing, but he's not saying anything.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah. Ooh, so close.
Great.
Well, you
No,
failed
I
your steel
turn to the
test, so
side,
you
kinda,
can't
wipe off my
stop
tongue.
yourself from reacting. Iris.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
failed your
So,
steel test, so you're not able to hide it, and you're not able to fake it
Oh
all.
no, it is obvious. I just I can't
he
say that.
says, he says it's great, but it's so obvious that he hates. It's the grossest thing he's ever seen. He's like,
Yeah, that's what I meant. I'm like, oh,
it's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
I kind of spit it out while he's not looking.
Did I think I did a good job when I cooked, or did I have a...
It depends. It's up to you.
I assume you'd notice afterward and just be like, "Oh no,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
that was the wrong meat. that was not good meat."
So at this point, I'm starting to get angry at whoever it was that bought the supplies, and
I mean, that's Cadmail, right?
What? Can't pass off your failure on mine. Though.
I mean, to be honest,
I'm human. I can do what I want.
it's probably it's probably not necessarily Cadmail's fault. It's probably either the people who sold it to him tried to rip him off, or the the people who brought it aboard the ship didn't check it over like they were supposed to, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Cabin boys.
Yeah.
Those darn cabin boys.
So what do you say in
You
response?
don't put the salted fish on top of the fruit.
Right.
It's not that bad. I mean, look at Avian. Jared, you were trying to say before.
Oh, I'm just happily scarfing it down. I don't care.
There we go.
If you
Okay.
want me to roll my 6 steel, I'll do
You
it.
gotta roll a steel test, though.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Wow.
Wait, so do we all have to roll a
So a
steel
6.
test then?
I mean, yeah, probably. And like, unless you don't care about showing a reaction.
Oh,
Wow,
I failed
everybody's failed.
too.
All right, so everybody's like barfing it up and spitting it out.
Jumpos is disappointing.
Yeah, I'd probably come over and talk to you about it. Like, hey, I don't think that meat was very good. Did someone supply you with some?
That
meat?
meat was horrifying. Whoever you bought that from, you need to make note of it and never buy from them again.
Well, Cabin Boy Jim was in charge of going out and getting meat that day, so
Cabin Boy Jim.
Cabin Boy
Like
Jim.
Treasure Planet?
Jim.
Well, I was on a voyage once, and the captain was real strict. And the cabin boy, he made a big mistake. The entire crew got sick from some ale he brought on board. And captain were not happy about that. They strung him up from the mast and let him flap around in a storm.
And the mercenary, he gets up in your face, and again, he's like, nobody flipping cares! Shut up! Go back and fix this something we can actually eat.
Does anyone else like realize the fact that he's talking with an Irish accent? He's the cook, and the cabin boy's name is Jim, just like in Treasure Planet.
Oh my goodness!
I almost had pirate in my background too, but I really would have been Black John Silver.
And you got like a peg leg too.
It's gimpy. There's the difference.
So it can't
Oh.
bend.
It doesn't bend. Don't stare, it's not polite.
So, Jared, you have to be a cat woman,
What?
right?
What?
The captain of the.
right.
Oh, well, I guess that was the captain,
that's the
right?
captain.
Was there a noble?
No, that would make
person
Jared
on
the that would make Jared the dog fella.
Yeah.
Did he fund the thing? I thought he was just
No.
there for like
Wait, did he?
navigation.
He did fund it.
He was like the Darwin.
Yeah, I think he did fund
Really?
it.
Oh, okay. Yep, you're an awkward dog person.
I end up with a cat lady, so
I mean, your wife actually kind of fits the character
your
build.
wife- yeah, the wife is definitely the cat lady.
I would like to search for the girl again while everybody's eating.
Sure.
Since everybody's like on deck.
Yep.
I'm going
And
to.
now she's in a different
do
place,
that.
so again, like it's a different.
Yeah.
Did we notice Codino's not there at dinner?
Depends. I mean, you guys can make an observation test, right?
Has he done this before?
No, he's been there. He's actually been
Okay.
consistently there, talking to people, actually.
Oh, okay.
So, Podino, make an inconspicuous roll, opposed to Cadmail's observation, because Cadmail would be the one who would notice.
All right.
He has the best observation. So go ahead and make that roll, and then we'll see if it is noticed. Wow,
how are we all rolling?
that was so bad.
What? Holy cow!
All right, Cadmail.
What's my roll opposed to?
1.
Oh, a 1?
I have 5 dice in inconspicuous, and I got a 1.
All right, so you notice. So Podino tries to like sneak away, unnoticed, and just like act like normal, like going into the kitchen for whatever reason, or that kitchen area.
Did he-
Did you notice?
You came in and then you're trying to leave now from dinner early or something?
Yeah.
No. So everybody's on the deck eating. He brought out the meal and had like stew pot and everything like that. It was like ladling it out to everybody. And so
Yeah.
Podino, while this is all going on, Podino tries to like act casual and like because you're actively looking for her. So the inconspicuous test is do people notice that you're looking for something?
Yeah.
Right? So Cadmail, you see him looking for something. It looks like he's looking for something.
Would you care enough to say something, or would you just keep it in your back pocket?
I might actually go over and offer to help you look for something because I know where everything is.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I also want an excuse to get out of this awkward situation.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I mean, that's what I say, and I don't understand the social game that's going on here because I really like the stew, and so like I don't really care what's going on here, and I don't
Actually,
understand.
you pass your steel test.
No, this is a lie test.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, he's lying to you and saying, I'm trying to get away from the awkward situation just like you were. And you can tell that he was lying to you.
The truth comes out.
And I'm going to say, especially because of the large margin, I think you find it really suspicious.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know. I'd be puzzled as to why he would lie about that, because that...
Well, I mean, you notice that he's looking for something, right? So, probably related to that.
Yeah. So it'd be like, oh, okay. I mean, it looks like you're looking for something here. Can I help you at all with anything? I know where most things are on the ship.
I'm going to try an acting role and feign like I'm really sick from the stew.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I say I feel very dishonorable for not being able to eat that stew.
Ooh, if that goes wrong, he's gonna call Noble Savage bullcrap.
Yeah, you know I'm also a
No, I totally forgot
dragon
about that.
blood, right?
No. Right, okay.
Can't play the Noble Savage on me.
Yeah.
I actually actively detest that.
Okay, yeah. I forgot about that. So no, I won't do that. No, I just pretend to be sick.
So like you're looking for some medicine or something or something else edible to fill your stomach.
Yeah, I failed though. I failed in my acting role.
So this is like, it's bullcrap. Like every part of this is bullcrap, and you can tell it.
Yeah, it isn't great.
It really isn't.
I think that the conclusion definitely jumps to your mind. Because this is the thing, you're a smuggler, right? Like, you're used to being shady, you're used to being like it wasn't you who did it, but you were around those people a lot. And that's why you're good at observation, really.
So you know exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, you're playing the shady game. You're trying to, like, you see through the Noble Savage thing that he's been trying to do this whole time. You realize exactly why he's doing that, and that's to gain confidence. You don't know necessarily what his scam is yet, but you know there is one.
Okay.
But yeah, knowing that there are assassins after the princess, that's probably one of the things that jumps to your mind.
Okay, yeah, so you probably wouldn't confront him there. He obviously notes that down. You made my naughty list, Connor.
Can I get myself out of the situation with it all? Like, knock someone's drink over or cause a scene?
Like I said, I'd probably still offer to help you look for whatever you're looking with, because I want to stay with you now and not let you
okay. All right.
do what you're doing here at the moment.
All right. So you offered to help me look for stuff, correct? Is that what you're doing? I say, all right, I'll come clean.
Oh,
follow me.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and break there, because we're due for a break. Let's come back in about 5 minutes and see what Podino's plan to get out of this situation is. All right, we'll be right back with more Birdie Wheel right after we take a break. The islands of Tehko are an archipelago of subtropical islands in the middle of the Gulf of Tehko, home to the Tehkoni people and their emperor. Originally a colony of the Shoei Empire, the islands won their independence several hundred years ago and entered into a period of isolationism where they refused to have significant diplomatic or mercantile relationships with the other nations in the Gulf. They have slowly relaxed this policy, but this isolation and their own societal shifts have given them a cultural heritage distinct from their motherland. The obvious analog here is Imperial Japan, though because of Tehko's proximity to a melting pot of other cultures, it also resembles in many ways a more modern Japan, taking in cultural ideologies they admire and making them their own.
The Tehkoni people have 5 gods, or stewards, that they revere, though their relationship to these figures is slightly more esoteric and complicated than the simple Garrick pantheon, or even the patron saint mythology of Saran. Most clans, and sometimes individuals, have a particular patron steward of the 5 to which they are bound, though there is little proper worship or even reverence of the pantheon, and more an acknowledgement and duty to the particular ideology a particular steward espouses. Sometimes the deity a Tehkoni is bound to will change throughout the course of their life, as different stages of life come and go. The stewards are as follows. Taduki, also known as the farmer, the god of agriculture and nature. His path is one of humble reliance on the bounty of the earth to sustain oneself and one's family. Keshido, known as the monk, the god of earth and sky. To walk in the ways of the monk is to separate yourself from earthly pleasures and to look heavenward, to contemplate the truths of reality and find yourself there. Nyoshi, the goddess of seasons and rulership, is also known as the queen. Most of the aristocratic families of Tehko revere her, as she reminds those who follow her to understand the natural hierarchy of the world, to rule wisely, and to ensure everyone is in their proper place. Omio, the untamed goddess of darkness and oceans, is revered primarily by the many sailors and fishermen of the Tehkoni. She is known as the Witch, and while few claim to follow her, all those who traverse the Gulf of Tehko have her name on their lips. She reminds those few who know her ways that life is fleeting, and the void always awaits those who are careless. Shinitsu is the soldier, the god of war and the dawn, to whom all military men swear fealty. He teaches men of war to fight with honor and for their country, and that death is not something to fear if one is giving one's life for a noble cause. There is also, of course, the obscure cult movement of the unknown god, but we'll talk about them later on in Crow Inquisitors. That's all for now from the world of Saragon. Let's get back to the action, in the year of Raging Winds.
We're back with the burning wheel. All right, so I think Odino and Cadmail head off to wherever they're going. We jump back to Jontos, the mercenary that's yelling at him. What are you going to do about this, Jontos? He's legitimately, in your face saying, you need to go make us food again?
I'm going to go and probably follow his instructions. I'm going to go to the kitchen and I'm going to see what we have for things I can make, easier options that would be edible.
Besides stew.
And I'm going to double check the meat.
What exactly is your meal?
Bread and cheese.
Bread and cheese and some jerky or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, something quick and simple.
Yeah, quick and simple. And yeah, I think that manages to tide everybody over. There's definitely a lot of discontentment, and you've used more supplies than necessary for this meal, but...
What? More supplies than necessary?
I thought you might be wondering that.
You're ruining the budget.
Avion, how are you responding to the meal change and all this stuff that's going on?
I'm well, the first stuff was fine, but I guess this is better.
You're just trying to cheer him up. Do you actually want to make a roll? Oh, you know what you should do? You can make a speech to everyone, right? To like take their minds off of the horrible food and like not put so much of the blame on John Toast. Like that could probably help.
It's like, tonight might not have been the best, but just think of it. It can only get better.
So that's up 3. Because it's the most common will exponent of the crowd. You did get a 6 though.
Yeah, not worth it.
Okay, so so what was your exact intent there?
To try to make them not mad at Josh.
All right. So I think what happens is everything you say, it ends up pointing back to Josh being the problem. Right? So like you're saying,
You
like
just made my life so much easier. Thank you very much.
like I think you totally didn't mean it that way, and it all sounds nice, but it's like, remember, like it can only get better than this. And like I'm sure that Mr. John Toast was just giving us something that was crap first, so that anything else he makes seems best by comparison, and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, this is the best meal I've ever had.
That was made by John Toast.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's nothing compared to the meals that I usually eat, but it's not half bad for John Toast.
It's like comparing cabbages.
They're both horrible, but I mean, you get a good cabbage. I mean, it's better than nothing, right? Yeah. So I think Gen comes up behind you and like claps a hand on your shoulders, like, "Sorry, big brother." All right, so we jump back over to Podino and Cadmail. How are you going to get out of this, Podino?
I ask him to come with me, and I take him to a secluded room to talk things over.
Oh, dear.
Wait, well, no. I offered to help you find something, but you need to tell me what you want to find first. I'm not just going to randomly go with you.
I'm going to come clean. Remember? That's what I said before. I'm coming clean. I'll explain everything.
And so he goes to lead you somewhere else. Do you go with him?
Okay, I would probably, we can have a meeting tonight then with the captain and the rest of the...
It has to be with just you.
Okay.
You don't understand. You're the only person that I can trust. Nobody else is going to trust our dragon blood. You're the only one who will understand.
The man who hired you.
Would you buy that, Cadmail? I think you kind of would. Because, the line about...
What is he...
The line about
he lied to me before and
Fair
stuff. Enough. I think he's open to talking with you, but he doesn't want to meet with you alone. So I was thinking his first thing might be to go and get bodyguard wife.
Talia.
She's been working with him. So
yeah, that's true.
I'm willing to meet with you, but let's meet later tonight. I'll get you've been working with Talia, right?
Yeah, yes, I trust Talia.
I'd like to have her speak on your behalf when we meet. So I'll set a time tonight then at my cabin.
Yeah, and, it's pretty late already. So yeah. Mm-hmm. How long until that?
See, let's say about a half an hour. I still need to finish my proper meal here and meet me in my cabin.
Indeed.
All right,
and then I just leave.
Yeah, let's just skip to that then.
No, goodness, no.
Oh, you're gonna do something in the...
Of course.
Oh, right, okay, good.
I would probably go actually straight to Avion and...
Talia?
Yeah, and then let them know about...
Sure.
So as far as if Connor's doing something right now, if they think that, no way, we gotta keep an eye on him immediately.
You just tell her everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so Talia immediately says, he's an assassin. We have to find him. We cannot trust him. I knew I didn't like him from the moment I set eyes on him.
I'd have Talalia just go and follow him right away.
Okay, so yeah, she goes and does that. Podino, you said you wanted to set the ship on fire?
Yes.
I mean, how though? Because like ships just don't spontaneously.
Again, there's a test.
Yeah,
that's literally a skill. So go ahead and roll inconspicuous first.
Yeah, and I go into the kitchen.
Yeah, he's literally just trying to like blend in with the crowd of sailors all eating carousing and whatnot, and pretend like he's like maybe like carrying something into the kitchen that needs to go in there or whatever. Acting very, very unsuspicious. Make an observation. It's against a 2.
Do I get anything because
make advantage? There, yeah, you take 1 advantage dice.
It's against 2.
Yep. Wow.
Yay!
Wow.
First success of the day. Heck, my first success of the game. Of this game and the game that we were doing with the blind guy.
Yeah, so she goes into the kitchen unnoticed. Now make a fire building test.
Caleb, skill-wise, what is fire?
Perception. It's based on perception.
Perception?
Yep.
Oh, crap.
I mean, this is really only an ob 1, right? Like, because there is fire, the little stove
I
thing or
guarantee
whatever.
I failed, right? Yep, I failed.
Yeah, you failed. All right, so... Oh, there's a 6.
There's a
Okay,
6?
go ahead and roll it again. Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think what it really is you fail doing it fast, right? Like, you start doing it,
Yeah.
and it would succeed if you had enough time, but Talia...
Literally game over, they're just going to kill me now.
Yeah, Talia steps into the room and sees you.
And I'm literally just sitting there trying to set something on fire. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, she just hits you with her staff.
okay, well...
So roll knives in response if that's your response.
I'm assuming we all show up too. Like,
Yeah, Talia
Oh, okay.
booked it there, so she's there first, and so the first exchange will just be between them, and then you'll be behind her.
gotcha.
Trevor,
Yeah,
you
game
grabbed
over.
other
This is
people
like-
as well who can fight.
Well, yes, yeah, that's probably what I was doing.
I
I mean, literally,
right.
some of the
That's
mercenaries.
yeah, there's literally nothing else I can do. I guess I'm just fighting.
All right, she got a 4. And she definitely has fate, because she's been fulfilling her beliefs very nicely.
What are her beliefs?
But she got, they're all surrounding, making sure Avion is protected. Oh, nice.
Ah,
Yeah, you have a legit chance at this, man.
Wait, what? He got 2. Oh, he rolled
that's a
a
success.
I see.
Nice.
Gotcha.
That is a
Appreciate it.
success, because, yeah, your
So
knife
I
is
got
ingratiated. So you tie.
What? How did he get gratiated knives?
He has a great shade agility. He also has crap stats otherwise.
So yeah, so we tie though, so it's a deal.
Yeah, let's just say it's a stalemate, right? Like neither of you hit each other.
Okay.
But yeah, she's swinging her staff around.
Is the princess in this room?
Yeah, she's in the kitchen.
Well, she's in the
Canava.
larder.
Yeah,
If
she's in the
you were
larder, so she's
the,
in the room next door, basically.
So the
Okay.
pantry.
So would she react to anything going on in this room?
Probably
Since we're
soon.
yelling and
Probably soon, but
stabbing each other.
not in the
Okay.
initial. Yeah, not in the initial bout. So basically, yeah, she's swinging her kanabo around, and like she probably like bangs over some of the pots and whatnot onto the
At
ground.
this point, I definitely have noticed, correct?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And so
And can I tell offhand? Well, did I notice Podino attempting to make the fire?
No.
But I
Do I
do
come in with
see
the extra mercenaries?
you're out there
and
like
Avion
yeah,
then?
you're out there like handing out the
You'd probably see me and Avion
so-
running with the mercenaries too.
yeah.
and I hear the pots fall over in the kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am dumping whatever I'm doing on the nearest kitchen help cabin boy and heading
Okay.
in toward my galley. No one breaks stuff in my galley. It's a galley, by the way, not a kitchen.
Do I
Um,
go up with the mercenaries and stuff then?
Yeah, so I mean, they go back and forth real quick, and yeah, Podino's dodging in and out with his knife. I mean, I think the first person who goes in is Jontos because he's right there, and so Jontos, what do you do in the initial like walk in?
I see, what's his
You
name's
see-
wife.
You see Talia and Podino fighting it out.
Okay. Oi! Take that out of my kitchen! I know dinner wasn't that good, but you cannot be killing each other in my kitchen.
And I can just imagine you yelling this at them as they're like dodging in and out.
Out!
Great.
At this point, I'm going to pull out my knife as well. Out!
Okay.
Both of you!
I mean, she
You,
doesn't stop. I don't know if you stopped, Podino.
I mean, I kind of
Probably
hesitate.
come in with
but-
the mercenaries and stuff.
Podino, are you just gonna fight to the death?
I mean, I don't want to. And I don't. There's literally no other roll else I can make. I
Okay.
have no other skill.
They're not gonna just kill you outright, right?
Well, I mean, now that he attacked,
No, but again, like Talia isn't going to kill him outright. She's going to smack him with her staff a bunch of times and knock him unconscious, and then interrogate him later. And if a bunch of if the mercenaries walk in, Podino, are you just going to like drop your knife and surrender?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think yeah, there's that moment of pause where like you're like standing there and you're like you hesitate, and they're standing there, and I think right before you drop your knife, the princess steps out. And she's like, "What's happening?"
I stab her in the face.
I thought you did.
No, I grab her and use her as a hostage.
Talia walks in, and he's on this side, and she's on this side, and they're fighting each other. And so there's that moment where you guys walk in here, and then she walks out, and she's literally right behind him in the perfect position to just be grabbed. You make an agility test.
And this is what will prove it right here, is if my character will always be cursed.
So, I mean, literally everyone can give you an advantage dice or a helping dice. 4, 5, 6 helping dice because of the mercenaries as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yay!
Nice.
How did you just get 7?
It's like a face-off between Cadmail and Podino, right? Like, so Cadmail like steps in with his mercenaries, and Podino like is there like hesitating with his knife as like Talia is standing there with her staff, and the princess steps out, and Cadmail, you notice this like right before Podino does, and it's that 1 second that gives you that advantage before she speaks. You just like race towards the situation, and you
I probably shove her back in the
pantry.
In the pantry.
Sure, yeah.
Nothing to see here.
You just close the door. All right, Podino, do you just kind of like give up at that point then?
I feel like no, I'll just surrender. That's going to make the story more interesting because I don't actually want to kill any of these characters.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't contribute to the story at all.
Okay, sure.
Buddy. That's
all right, so Podino drops his weapon. Iris, do you walk in at this point?
Probably, yeah.
So yeah, Iris stuck his head in and asked what was going on.
I mean,
we're saving your girlfriend, idiot.
What do you mean by that?
What do you think I mean? Just face palms.
So how about I say, like, watch who you say that to? Watch who you say that to, peasant.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I think you might not say peasant. I think you might say like, a derogatory term for the dragon bloods, like, lizard or something.
Yeah.
He just face palms and ignores him. Then. Does Talia have Podino?
Yeah, I think she basically just smacks him in the face and knocks him out.
Okay, good. We should probably discuss our plan here with him. He's quite obviously an assassin. Or one of the assassins sent after the princess.
Wait. After I hear that, can I like freak out and be like,
oh, yeah.
We should kill him? Like take out my sword and start like marching at him.
Definitely.
Like I'm about to like just slit his throat. Be like, assassin, I say we kill him. And I just like take it out and start marching towards him.
Okay. I don't think Talia really cares either way.
And kind of like he's like unconscious, and I just grab him and like stick it to his throat and like if someone tries, I don't know if I'm just doing it.
I don't know. Is everybody stopping him?
Hey, should I do it? Like, I was gonna kill him, right?
I think Talia like goes along with whatever Avion or Cadvale are okay with it at this point. I think unless somebody stops Iris, I think she just is like what are we doing? Like,
Josh, if you're okay with it, I think you'd be the one to stop him because you don't want blood in your kitchen.
Exactly. Get out of my kitchen.
I mean, if someone like tells me not to
go do it.
Hey, no, we need to trigger him. I'll be like,
I'd probably be like, well, there's cleaner ways to execute someone if we can just toss him overboard.
Fine. I'd rather not have him on the ship.
That's true.
I just say, let's give the man a chance to speak. Is Adam the one who wants to kill him?
Well, I just kind of like, yeah, I'm about to, but I'm not like gonna just do it. Like I'm like, hey, like, should I do it? Like I'm gonna do it. Are you gonna do anything?
I looked at him. I'm like, boy, let's give the lizard a chance to speak.
Oh man.
I just put my sword away.
Honestly, Avion, he spoke to me enough.
Then Talia's like, so should we kill him then?
I think he is certainly guilty. It is probably here. I'm going to use my. I know about laws. That was the thing I learned. Smuggling. I'm going to use law-wise to see what I know about.
I plead parlay.
What laws are here, like as far as
parlay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll graduated, and I'll just tell you what you know.
2.
I think the basics that you know is like technically, I mean, you don't necessarily have enough to like just kill him. Like, I mean, technically, what you really should do is take him back to a civilized, like a city back in New Amhati and get him a trial and like provide evidence and witnesses and stuff like that. But I think, I mean, you know, from your time at sea and as a smuggler, that most of the time people just take care of this themselves on the seas and it's not really talked about. But legally, what
so
you should
could
do,
get away with it. Yeah.
Gotcha. I'd probably mention that. Be like, well, legally the laws around here do prohibit executions on ships. But Since I control all the documents that flow through here, no one needs to know.
And I think you see on
It's
Talia's.
not in my kitchen.
Hey, don't get blood on my kitchen floor.
I think you see in Talia's face like a bit of a struggle. And I think at first she seems like she's agreeing with you. Like, oh yeah, we can just kill him. Like, no one's gonna know. And then she like straightens her posture, sets her staff like leaning against the side of the galley, and then folds her hands in front of her and says, I think we should take him back for a proper trial.
I want to see what he has to say and if he knows anything about the plot to kill said princess.
I mean, he went straight for the princess as soon as he saw her.
Yeah, there's literally everything you have on me. The only thing you would need me alive for is if you think there are others with me. And if so, they probably would have done something.
Yeah, that would be like the only strategic thing as far as do we think there's anyone else and would he give them up?
Okay, so you just take him to your quarters then, Cadmail? Or do you dump him over the side of the sea, of the ocean, or the boat into the ocean?
I mean, we could have like a ship trial. Is that a thing?
Yeah, sure.
I think that would be really interesting, actually.
Yeah, most of it is mock. Like a lot of any trials that people have at sea, for the most part, are usually just mock trials that end very one-sidedly. But it's not unheard of. Yeah, it's not unheard of to have like.
We at least need to have a public thing to tell the crew what we're doing. If we just randomly dump a guy,
dump a guy over the ocean, over the board,
everyone else would be like, "What?"
Yeah,
Good point.
It was a part of the stew.
He ruined
the meat. Hey, if Jontos really did want to rig this in his favor, he could actually like point out the whole rat poison thing and maybe get people to believe that it wasn't his fault that the meat.
That's true.
Like you could say he was trying to poison everybody.
I found him the other day in the pantry looking at the rat poison. I didn't think much of it at the time, but it seems awfully suspicious now that he's probably why the stew was so bad tonight. He's trying to poison all of us. Shouldn't wonder.
Interesting.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and take our second break there, and then we'll open up with the mock trial next. So, all right, stick around. I got more Burning Wheel to come right after this. Let's take a short look at a few of our prominent NPCs' character sheets to fill you in on some details you wouldn't know just listening to the show. Jontos' brother was born at sea with him, taking the son of a gun life path first off, then taking sailor along with Jontos before they parted ways. Jontos took the ship's cook life path and Gen took the marine life path, joining a mercenary group called the White Cross, usually hired to protect heavy-laden merchant vessels like the Three-Legged Falcon. While I didn't detail any beliefs or instincts for Gen, he has the character traits reckless, well-dressed, and drunk, as well as the call-on traits bruiser and sea legs, call-ons for brawling and speed aboard a ship, respectively. He has the skills brawling, intimidation, knots, rigging, sea-wise, seamanship, strategy games, sword, and observation. The captain of the vessel, Captain Leorgios, who has been quiet most of the trip so far, has the life paths son of a gun, officer's mate, sailor, and then first mate, recently having been promoted to captain with this new venture.
He has the traits agreeable, drunk, cool-headed, and light sleeper, as well as the call-on trait sea legs. He has the skills captain-wise, command, etiquette, intimidation, sea-wise, seaman-wise, seamanship, and persuasion. Lastly, we have Talia, Avion's wife. While it seems I've lost any details on exactly what life path she chose, I did have beliefs and instincts written down for her. Her beliefs are, my husband is wonderful, but he does not know how to fight. I will ensure he is protected at all costs. I was born to be more than a common woman. I will increase my social standing. This venture is important to my husband. I will do whatever I can to make sure it succeeds. Her instincts are, always have my Kanabo on me. Always keep Avion in line of sight. If I sense something is wrong, then I take action. Her traits are domineering, proud, drunk, bruiser, and sea legs. She has the skills brawling, intimidation, knots, seamanship, and staff. That's all from the character sheets. Let's get back to the action in the year of Raging Winds.
We're back with a burning wheel. So this will hinge, I think, on how good of an argument Podino could manage to give here. And
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's pretty one-sided. So
and that's what I think
I don't
too.
know.
I'm really asking, like, Connor, like, do you think that Podino would try and argue for his innocence?
Honestly, I think he would just condemn them all and say why he was here to try to kill them all.
All right.
And maybe try to convince Cadmiel to kill them all. Cadmiel, do it for the dragon blood! Avenge our whole people!
But I believe in assimilation to foreign cultures.
You are a disgrace to my people. Curse you! Curse you! And all the halflings!
Okay.
And then as they're pushing me into the water, Frodo? Frodo? I'm sorry! No! Frodo!
Wait, we
Sorry.
should look up execution methods on ships.
As I said, there was the cabin boy who was thrown up in the middle of a storm. He flopped around up there for near 4 hours before they cut him down. They finally did. He was limp as a wet rag. Not a bone in his body was intact.
What?
You know what actually might be the most detrimental thing is to sell him into slavery.
Yep. That would be a kind of terrible ending.
And that actually might be something the character would consider. It would earn you a profit.
That is definitely something.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean,
And again, slavery is legal in New Amati.
Cadmail would probably still be opposed to that on moral grounds because he was.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he hasn't forgotten that completely. Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and just open the scene on Podino, like tied up at the beginning. I think this is probably the next day because it was like late at night. So this is like, in the morning, John Toast is handing out like hardtack biscuits to everybody as they watch Podino, be let out into the middle of the deck. And then Cadmail and Avion, you have the floor.
I'd probably just let Avion do most of the talking with some nods and affirmation things.
Really? So, Trevor, what position is Cadmail on the ship?
Finance dude.
The mastermind. Like, he's the one who came to you with the idea.
Okay.
And you were the one who financed it.
So he's not the captain.
Nope.
So is this like the beginning of the trial?
Yeah.
I'm just like, I know you all have questions. There's been a great crime committed here. And I'm going to leave it all in the hands of your loving spokesperson, Cadmail.
Not a spokesperson.
That is the best. So he just passes it off to you and sits down.
No, you're the orator, Jared. I can't.
I know, but I'm giving you a chance to shine. I'm stepping down from my
But
pedestal.
I don't do that. I made this clear with the business agreement.
Yeah, I know.
I am background guy.
Yep.
Can I speak?
Yeah, because I think there's definitely a moment of pause while Cadmail's like, "Holy crap, nope."
Okay. Under whose authority was I brought on the ship?
I raise my hand.
I think you should have to answer for what you've done to this ship, Avion.
What? What?
I funded it.
For what you did?
So wait, Connor, are you legitimately trying to fight for your freedom now?
No, I'm trying to convince everybody that Avion was in on it.
Oh, that Avion was
Trying
in
to
on
frame
it. Okay.
Avion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's just
I
silence.
mean, I'm probably just
Is
like
Avion going to respond to the
what
accusation?
happened. You should just have done the speech. We probably would have planned this out beforehand.
No, I'm sure you did, but again, like Avion just wants to.
Yeah, spur of the moment. I'm giving you a chance to shine. I'm stepping down from my pedestal. My wife thinks I'm a
My
bit of a
shining is in the background and one-on-one with the not on the stage. We established this in the first
He knows.
session.
Oh, he definitely knows.
If you screw up and Connor gets away with because of it,
I don't think I'm going to get away.
or somehow successfully convinces the crew.
Unlikely.
My entire character is inconspicuous. That's the entire. That's my entire character is being.
I know, but you're being extremely conspicuous right now.
Yeah, that's what's going on. That's the problem.
Okay,
My
ugly
character doesn't
truth
care at this point.
is perception, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I would just lay out what happened.
Ugly truth is the singular ability to strip a situation or argument to its bare naked core. So I'm assuming, Trevor, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but like you're just matter-of-factly telling everyone what happened, why this man needs to be executed, and what you can do about it.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much.
Cadmail, your intent is just to convince everyone on the ship that this is a just action and that, you know, he is convicted of this crime. He deserves to be punished.
Yes.
Okay. Up to...
Okay,
Nice. Awesome.
there we go.
So the crew is content. The crew's like, all right, I mean, he was weird anyway, you know, kind of a sentiment.
Are
Can I start crying?
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to legitimately start crying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. My character
Wow.
just starts bawling.
Are you acting, Connor, or are you legitly
No,
bawling?
he's just bawling.
Yes, I mean, he's crying. You just, like, what is the execution method?
Death by lobster.
We could maroon him.
Well, we're not putting him in the soup. It wouldn't taste very good.
Yeah, so
I
John,
know a crew that ended up doing that one time. They were shunned by their fellow sailors for years. Some of them lost family, wives, children. One of the sailors, both his wives left him, and he was never welcome again in any taverns. Sad, sad story.
Just tell this to everyone listening.
Probably
We shouldn't
not.
put him in the soup.
To be honest, probably not. But I
Wait,
really
do you
hope that
tell it as part of your, like, aren't you trying to convince
that's what
people
I was
that,
going to ask you.
that he was messing with the food and stuff?
Yeah, because you can legitimately make a roll here to try to convince people that it wasn't your fault.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. I will, since I've already done it once, I'll relay the story about him messing with the rat poison, maybe play it up ever so slightly. Strongly indicate that it was him making the food bad and not my cooking. I'm definitely going to use falsehood here. Falsehood roll with a dash of persuasion to try to post off the guilt for the bad food.
Yeah, I was going to be 3.
I should have taken bullcrap wise from Jared's other character. Would have made this character slightly more effective.
So yeah, you succeed. Everybody is like, oh, it makes sense now. And like, again, comes up to you and like slaps you on the back. He's like, I knew you were a good cook. He was sabotaging you the whole time.
Yay.
So this trial thing is turning into less of if I'm innocent and more of how many problems did I actually cause that were other people's, that were blamed on other people.
Where you're literally just going to be the scapegoat for every problem that's happened so far.
Exactly. This is hilarious.
Well, I'm assuming we are saying essentially that Podino has attempted to kill Avion's wife and tried to set fire to the ship.
Yeah.
We're not mentioning the princess to the rest of the crew.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
Though what would be really funny is if what's his name, Adam's character.
Yeah. Okay. So
brings that up.
Yeah, Cadmail. I'm assuming that you would be clever about this and not mention the princess, correct?
Yes, probably.
Okay. Iris, Would you mention the princess?
Please. I think it'd be so funny.
Hold on, let me check, see if I would.
Okay. Either way, whether or not you try to, if you mention the princess, I think you might try to step in here and say that you were involved in this when you weren't, to try to say you're a hero.
I want to be a hero.
Because of your third belief.
That sounds like a belief, yeah. But I don't think I would mention her because I'm not that stupid.
Okay.
I mean, I do have rapier wit, so it's just like I'm not.
Yeah, you just know what you want, and you're a nobleman, and you're blunt. So my question to you is: do you get involved in this at all?
Yes.
Okay. What do you say? They're going through testifying about what he did, what Podino did, and Jontos just convinced everybody that it was Podino who was messing up all the food, and he's actually a good cook, that kind of stuff.
Can I say it's a deliberate act of mutiny? You can't have for this, something like that.
Yes, definitely. I love your character because he's so blunt and flashy and everything. And he steps out in front of everybody. Do you have your sword on you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you take out your sword and raise the head and be all dramatic?
Not go unpunished.
Yeah.
I say off with his head right now.
No, but I kind of stand up straight and kind of we must do this. It's kind of really dramatic.
Get down on one knee, head on your fist there. A single tear rolls down your cheek as you look up into the sun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. And it's I think it's great too because everyone else has already said, just matter of factly, this is what he did. We need to punish him. This is what he did. We need to punish him. And then you just stand up very unnecessarily afterwards and you're like, this is a mutiny.
All I'm thinking right now is Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
My rapier wit has been passed down for generations.
All right, so what do you do with him?
I don't know, Jared. What's the preferred method of execution?
Podino's I'm sorry, all right? And they're like, okay, you're good. I'm sorry.
Death by lobster?
Oh, he said he's sorry.
Death by lobster.
Do you legitimately suggest that?
Yes.
Character? All right.
What? Death by lobster?
So Cadmail, do you just kind of look towards Avion to okay, so what are we going to do with him kind of a thing?
Yeah.
Yes. Kind of look over and then Avion's death by lobster? And I think some of the crew chuckle. And then the camera goes back to Podino's face and his tears are just streaming down his cheeks while everybody's laughing.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Ouch.
We probably want something that we could get over with right now. And
yeah.
Also, did you want to interrogate him any further? Because...
Oh, right. You guys never asked me if there's anybody else, on the ship who was...
Probably, yeah. So it would probably be disperse the meeting, interrogation, and then deciding...
final punishment. Okay, that works. All right, sure. So you do that. You disperse. You're all right, we're gonna make sure that he's alone in this crime, and then we will decide his punishment, and then we will call this session again, and then hang him or maroon him or whatever. All right. So what questions you're asking him?
Is there anyone else involved?
Yeah.
All right. So Iris comes up to your face and says, "Is there anyone else involved?"
Let me ask one question first. Where's the princess now?
Oh, boy.
Oh, so you're threatening them?
We'd probably have brought her back to my cabin again after that.
There's the captain and there's Josh's brother.
There's also Josh himself, unless you're wanting to interrogate him also.
I don't particularly have a desire to. I have made him the scapegoat for my getting out of trouble with cooking. I don't need to interrogate him myself.
Sure. Okay, so how about, Jontos is in the kitchen getting ready for lunch, and the princess is just, hanging with him.
Sounds good. Yep.
Yeah, so she's, looking over your shoulder, Jontos, how do you know how much salt to put in there?
You never do, my dear. Just throw some in and guess.
Yeah, so Podino, when you ask where's the princess, we cut over to that line. And
you never know, my dear. You just throw it in and guess.
You never know, my dear. You just got to guess. You go with your gut,
Jontos, how big is your belly? Do you have a little bit of a rotund belly?
not enormous, but I am a ship's cook.
Like the guy from National, or the guy from
Yeah,
Planet?
yeah. National Treasure. Treasure Planet.
Shut up. That's not
National
what I said.
treasure, no.
Listen to my real words.
Yeah, so I think what she says after you say it, like you just have to, listen to your gut, and then she like looks down at your like paunch, the little bit of paunch you have, and she says, she just kind of snickers just a little bit and then like blushes and she like looks away.
There needs to be a love triangle between Josh, Adam, and the princess.
Oh, I definitely think there's going to be at this point.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not to get you, girl, Adam.
I'm in love with big fat cooks. I don't think that.
So actually, also, John Toast, I
I would
think
never date a girl who was in love with big fat cooks.
she has with her a shamisen, which is like an oriental like lute-ish kind of instrument that has like 2 strings. She grabs it and kind of like sits on a barrel and just starts like plucking this really beautiful music. Like if you look at her at all, she like says, "Oh, just keep you happy while you're working."
This is where my character would be better at this than I would be. Because IRL has no idea what to say or how to respond. Is she like actually playing a song or just...
She's playing like you wouldn't know this, but she's playing like a courtly like romance tune from the Tehko court.
Okay.
I don't think she's singing along with it, but like there technically are words to this, but again, you don't know that. She's probably playing the melody.
That's a beautiful instrument. What's it called?
It's called a shamisen. My father taught me how to play it.
So you have a father.
So where are you from then?
From Tehko. And she gives you like the name of one of the big islands. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but yeah. It's one of the major ones, and I think you've probably heard of it.
How far is it? Is it within the realm of plausibility that I've been there?
You might have been there. Yeah, so she says like, one of the big islands, and then she says like, the main port city there, and you've definitely been there.
I've been there. What's the city like? Before I just comment that it's a beautiful city and have it be most decidedly not what I would remember of the city.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't think you saw a whole lot of it, right? Like you probably would stay
pretty much just in the port and the dockside taverns and whatever else a young sailor would.
Yeah, so I think, she's barely ever been to the docks, right? And so that's never, you have probably this one image in your mind of like this Frenchy dock filled with people, and she is imagining the pretty avenues and the courts and all this stuff, and she's like, oh, it's a most delightful city. Every day you see the monks doing their chants. They worship Kashido, and the chants, even though they're kind of rote, there's like an enchanting beauty to it, and I really do like them, even though they can be a little odd folk at times. I definitely love listening to them. The hymns they sing are quite beautiful. Again, even though they're rote. What I think I like the most, though, is the courtiers. They're quite handsome men, and they always sing the most beautiful songs to all the ladies and give them panda lilies in the morning. She's
spitting on me.
They used to throw them over the walls to us. Of course, I am in a relationship right now with Iris. He is the most wonderful young man that I've ever known. He is so poetic and romantic, and though he doesn't give me panda lilies because they don't grow in New Hati, he seems to have flowers in every single one of his words. She continues to go on like that for a while.
I'm just
trying to justify her
looking at the food, getting irritated under my skin.
That's awesome. See, this is the thing. I am like, playing it back to you. This girl is gonna talk her ear off.
John Toast is like, you need a real man, and he stands up straight.
A real man that keep meat on your bones, not flowers in your hair.
But I don't think he'd go that far quite right away.
I mean, he's pretty, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, but and I mean, I have seen the wimp of a man she hangs out with, so.
It's okay. I'm a lot cooler than my character in real life.
Oh, absolutely.
She basically just talks to you. Yeah. So Trevor, how do you guys respond to Codino's remarks about the princess?
I know we left her with John Toast, so I don't care.
What's the interrogation looking like?
Jared's wife doing the intimidating.
She
and
can
then
intimidate him.
The gist of it is just that we want to know if there's anyone else on the ship, essentially.
Yeah, and I mean, I probably come up with a lot of really good, like,
And maybe find out where he's from, like who wants the princess dead.
Yeah.
Is that commonly known? Is it a rival faction? Or
No, it's not commonly known, no.
I mean, I would just say I'm here on my own and I wanted to kill all of you.
Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily a lie.
Yeah, that would be believable.
I don't know that it would be believable, because normal people just don't want to slaughter an entire ship of people they don't know. Like,
What part of me has been normal?
you always assume someone else is stable-minded until proven otherwise. So
Exactly.
Well, yeah, but at this point, like, I'm crying emotionally, like, I wouldn't claim myself to be stable-minded. Because I'm legitimately not lying to you at all. I just say I came of my own free will. I came to kill everyone aboard.
it's not that we would. So far, all you've done has been like things that a professional assassin would do as part of their job.
I would try everything I could to, like, convince you that there were other people on the boat that were all in on it with me, and then I just say, "But I'm here. I'm here not alone, but I'm here because I wanted to kill all of you for revenge." And I would give you my, like, revenge spiel about how I was a slave on the ship, and all of you are responsible for me being enslaved, and I wanted to kill all of you.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just curious how Cadmiel will respond
yeah,
to that.
unless
right?
you-
like
Yeah, and
when
it would
he
just be
tells you of
unless
the
you assume
plight
that I was.
of the dragon blood and all that stuff, you know, like what he's feeling about it, whether or not you take pity on him or whatever.
Maybe a little bit. You could probably sense that, like, empathize with that wanting to get revenge and stuff, but not necessarily the revenge, just the being disadvantaged from the start kind of a deal. So yeah, he'd see that, but he obviously sees he's taken it way too far and not the way to go about it.
Way too far. Come on.
Well, yes, slaughter everybody is a little far.
Yeah, Avion, what you think about this? Because like he was your hire, right? Like
Avion, that's the first thing that I say is that you were in on it with me and stuff like that, but obviously nobody believes me, I'm assuming. So
I thought he would be part of the blanket hire from the.
no,
Or
he
was he a
was
personal
specific. Yeah, he was specifically
Oh.
hired by Avion. So yeah, Avion, how do you respond to Podino and like what do you say?
Like, I'm disappointed. I gave you so much. You are in squalor. Quite ashamed. Treated you like a son.
I knew that one was coming.
You were the chosen one.
I loved you like a brother.
don't underestimate my power.
Don't try it.
You've done
Cut off both your arms and then throw you in the ocean, and then you wash up on the ocean somewhere, and then the demon kid gives you a suit of armor, which
Yes.
What are you gonna do with Podino? Just you throw him in the ocean? Like what's?
I say we let him go.
What is that from?
Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure.
Oh yeah.
as the owner of the ship, Jared, you get final decision.
Death by laughter. Yeah, I think Talia is still trying to play the noblewoman role at this point. And so
Okay.
I think she suggests that maybe you just keep him in the brig until...
I don't want to keep him on the ship, though, so I would advocate for marooning if you're going to keep him alive.
Yeah, so I think that's probably what she says. She says, we could at least give him a little bit of food and just set him, put him on a small little island somewhere.
How about I just cut food again, huh? Just help Jatos with cooking again, yeah?
We give him all the leftover maggot stew.
Oh!
Yeah.
And force him to eat it.
And then maroon him.
That just sounds really dumb.
So do you legitimately do that?
Wait, what? You're gonna
Leave him
force
on
me
an
to
island with all of the...
maggoty soup?
Would you do that? Leave him
Oh no, so we wouldn't force him to eat it. That's
Someone should.
torture.
I don't think
Leave him on the island. Leave him on an island.
As
with
far
just
as the food that we give him would be the leftover stew.
So you're keeping me on the ship?
No.
So
maroon.
yeah, they pass a small island,
Okay.
and they drop you off on it
Okay.
with leftover tiger stew. Oh, the poetry of that is beautiful.
That's true. Yeah.
All
right. Well.
And it's not even his fault.
Let's go ahead and just end right there.
We're almost done with today's episode. Let's check in with our characters' beliefs, instincts, and traits, and see if they earned any Artha.
So yeah, Iris.
I must protect the princess at all costs. I don't know if they got me in trouble. It almost did.
Beliefs, it's just if you worked towards it. Did you work towards protecting the princess at all costs? Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
I want freedom to do what I want. I will avoid detection by pretending to be a sailor.
I don't think you really worked towards that. I don't think you pretended to be a sailor at all this time.
The last one I did, I want to prove I'm a hero by stopping the assassin. I wanted to prove it. I was like,
Yeah, definitely. Yep. You pretended to stop the assassin. Like you did the aftermath, right? Like you were like, yes, we should, he should be executed.
Duty.
Yeah.
Justice.
But it seems like you're the hero, but yeah. Yeah, I don't think your instincts got you into trouble, but I think at least one of your traits got you into trouble. Either appreciation for beauty or rapier wit, like just the whole situation with the princess of not just taking her back immediately where she's supposed to go, got you in a little bit of trouble with Cadmail.
Yeah.
So take one fate for appreciation for beauty. Cool. So that's 3 fate. Avion.
If I don't handle it personally, it won't get done. Therefore, I'll stop everyone else from ruining this venture. I don't think I did.
No.
Even though my wife is crazy, blah, 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 prevent her from getting into too much trouble. Didn't do that. She got into a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Since everyone is lower than me, it's my responsibility to take care of the lesser, so I will take care of Podino. He's technically been taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and take a persona for that, because, I mean, like, it's technically completed. You didn't contribute a whole lot to it, but you contributed some.
Rulership is my natural and ordained task, therefore I'll make sure everything goes to plan. Didn't do that. Didn't solve anything with money. I did the opposite of taking.
Yeah, you actually did.
Yeah, that's a deed right there.
No, it's not how that works.
And yeah,
I was gonna say that whole passing it off to me was kind of that goes against your belief and your instinct.
Yeah,
I mean, it goes against the right now. But since you are my investment, building you up is still technically all me doing everything, just through you.
Part of this too is we're figuring out what Avion's character is actually like.
Unless you're transferring Podino's thing to me, you want to build him up or whatever.
I mean, yeah, maybe you want to rewrite that to I will take care of Cadmail.
But not the same way we took care of Podino.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be happy about that, but
would that be a natural change there, Avion?
Yeah, I'm changing it right now.
I think I'm going to give you a fate for Noblesse Oblige, Avion, because it was hiring Podino in the first place that got you into this mess. And that was, part of that was the whole I pity you, poor wretch kind of a thing. Right? So All right, Pordino. If you're actually going to die, this doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and go through it anyway.
I want to kill everyone on the ship. I will start by trying to befriend Avion's wife.
You did not.
I probably should have changed that at the beginning. Start by finding the princess, I'm assuming, because that's what I was trying to do the entire time.
Yep.
So I'm just going to take a fate for it.
Yeah.
I will make sure that the princess dies, even if nobody else does. I will start by learning Cadmiel's weak points.
You did. You worked towards it. You got a fate.
Okay.
You tried to make sure innocence was on your side.
Yeah. So always go for the throat. Always be planning for the worst to happen. Always try to shift the blame to someone else. I mean, I did those things, but it didn't give me in trouble. I was already in trouble. It just didn't get me out of it.
You know what? I think take a fate for always go for the throat, because you went for the princess immediately, and if you hadn't have done that, you might have been able to get off easier with this, right? Like,
I mean, probably not, but...
No, but like you could have made the like you wouldn't have been linked with the princess at all. It's really the link with the princess that condemned you immediately.
That's true.
If your reaction hadn't been to just immediately go after her when you saw her, you might have been able to talk your way out of it. I'd take a fate for desperate, man. Like everything you were doing this session was desperate. It got you into so much trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you actually got a lot of fate this session. Not sure if you'll be able to use it. Jantos.
Hi. I want to make the best of my new situation, so I'll try to make friends with the crew. I did not work toward that because I failed ill with my cooking. Well, I did try.
You tried, yeah. I mean, that's part of it,
cooking.
right? Like,
worked with us, so...
And, yeah, that's true. And you made new food for everybody when they didn't like it.
That's true. I could have just slugged the guy in the jaw and possibly floored him, depending on what his brawling was. I have been unhappy, and I don't want others to feel that way. Therefore, I will cheer others up with my wonderful stories. Didn't really get a chance to use my stories all that much, and they didn't get me into trouble. My brother got me this job as a cook, so I'll be the best flaming cook I can be. I think I tried that. Always look for the best in a situation. I'm not sure how well I really did that. Always have a good story. Didn't get me in trouble this time.
Didn't you try to pass off the stew?
And it succeeded.
Your first reaction was, it
succeeded. Yeah. I actually rolled really well on that one.
Oh, I thought you pissed off the guy who you were telling that to.
I did tell him a story, didn't I?
Wait, who were we talking about?
The big mercenary who just threw his stew in my face? Yeah,
that's really what provoked him. Yeah, go ahead.
If there's drinking to be done, I'll be part of it. Well, unfortunately, we didn't really get a shot to do that because we had to retcon that conversation.
Yeah, I'm the one that finished half the bottle beforehand.
Unlucky. Definitely got me in trouble. Maggot connoisseur, I would say, got me in trouble this time.
Yep.
Of all things. I don't know that anything else got me in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fun.
All right, cool. Cadmiel.
I will make sure the venture succeeds. I will start by bringing us to the Smuggler's Cove. I mean, we didn't really do anything as far as that mission goes this time. I want to build a positive reputation. I will start by gaining the respect of the crew. I was more preoccupied with the princess this time. Well, I mean, I guess bringing the calling the meeting and stuff. And
definitely. So take fate for that.
I want to help these royals, but I can't interfere with the mission. I will find someone I can trust to put my confidence in. I did do that, and I need to switch that now.
Yeah, I don't really think any of your instincts got you purple east.
Great, so I don't think those did.
All right, well.
Cool. Yeah.
We'll be back next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. It'll be great.
That was episode 3 of Year of Raging Winds. I hope you've enjoyed the story so far. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week for another episode.